Hello, welcome to World News Updates. This is Sanjna. The leaders of Japan and South Korea are coming to the US for a weekend summit with President Joe Biden, part of a bid by Washington to strengthen ties between two key American allies.
The leaders of Japan and South Korea are coming to the U.S. for a weekend summit with President Joe Biden, part of a bid by Washington to strengthen ties between
cooperate on reconnaissance assets and share North Korea's nuclear weapons and missiles data in real time.
North Korea issued another escalatory threat ahead of the summit, saying it may launch an
The West African bloc ECOWAS stands ready to intervene militarily in Niger through diplomatic efforts to reverse a coup there, while a senior official told army chiefs who were meeting in Ghana to discuss the details of a standby force. A small private jet crashed into a motorbike and a car while attempting to land at airport the outskirts of Malaysian capital Kuala Lumpur, leaving at least 10 people dead, officials said. Heavy rains lashed La Plata in Argentina, causing flooding that affected streets and houses, disrupting the lives of residents. Taiwan Vice President William Lai returned from a sensitive visit to the United States, thanking the Taiwanese people for supporting a trip he said showed the land's self-confidence venturing into the international community. A strong earthquake of 6.3 magnitude struck the Colombian capital Bogota, according to the U.S. Geological Survey, prompting frightened residents to flee into the street. Canadian fire crews battled to prevent the wildfires from reaching the northern city of Yellowknife, where 20,000 residents are living by car
I
and
honestly
plane after authorities declared an evacuation order. Law enforcement officials were investigating threats related to former President Donald Trump's election interference probe in Georgia after the names and addresses of grand jury members were shared online, the local sheriff's office said. Pakistan police squad a Christian neighborhood in Jaranwala after hundreds of people fled a Muslim mob that rampaged through the streets on Wednesday over alleged blasphemy. Christians, who make up around 2% of the population, occupy one of the lowest rungs Pakistani society, and the frequency targeted with spurious blasphemy allegations. Blasphemy is incidentally charged in deeply such Muslim majority Pakistan, where even unproven allegations of inserting Islam and its prophet Muhammad can provoke death at the hands of vigilantes. Air defense forces downed a Ukrainian drone over Moscow on Friday. Russian officials said the latest in a surge of airfall attacks targeting the capital. Ecuadorian soldiers are deployed across the country to help safeguard a general election to be held on August 20. The South American nation has become a hub for the global drug trade, sparking corruption and brutal violence between gangs.
La percepción de seguridad que va a tener la ciudadanía al momento de su desplazamiento al realizar el voto. Es por eso que nos han dispuesto que desde el día de hoy nos hagamos cargo de los recintos electorales.
The head of the Maui Emergency Management Agency has resigned after facing criticism for not activating disaster streams during the violence that killed more than 100 people. Ukrainian drone smashed into a building in central Moscow after Russian air defenses shot it down, disrupting air traffic at all the civilization airports of the Russian capital, Russian officials said. A new public opinion poll released days ahead of Guatemala's presidential presidency and former dark horse candidate Bernardo Arevalo is heading into the vote with a healthy lead. Arevalo and candidate for the Progressive Movement and Semilla or Seed Movner is projected to with him 61% according to a survey published on Wednesday by the research from CID Gallup. The Sandal Ridden race is between former First Lady Sandra Tots and Bernardo Arevalo was they moving to combat corruption.
Are marking the official close of his presidential campaign ahead of the August 20th national election. Many here say they're eager for the election to be over, and with it a campaign season that's been marred by allegations of election interference and fraud.
Definitively, we want the best results. We want the process to be transparent. We feel uncertainty about what's coming, but we hope democracy will prevail.
Bernardo Arevalo is seen by many as the biggest surprise in recent electoral memory. His victory in the initial round of voting shook up the political landscape. He's now leading in the polls ahead of the national election. But Sandra Torres, a former First Lady of Guatemala representing the Conservative National Unity of Hope Party, or UNE, is also a strong contender and seen by many as the more experienced candidate. According to polling data, the issues Guatemalans care most about are the ones that affect the livelihoods of everyday citizens, like a struggling economy and worsening crime.
One of the biggest issues on the minds of Guatemalan voters is deep-rooted corruption, which many people here say has eroded the confidence they have in their political leaders.
It's this collective sense of mistrust, experts say, which could determine the outcome of Sunday's vote.
I believe that a fundamental achievement would be to capitalize on the feeling of discontent, the feeling of weariness that exists among a portion of the population, to reclaim those basic elements of democracy. This sentiment has been building up over the past decade, yet there hasn't been a political force that has managed to unify and translate that collection of expressions into votes.
Both candidates have promised to address corruption. While Torres emphasizes transparency and accountability, Arevalo has proposed measures to disqualify corrupt individuals from public office. As the runoff election approaches, the people of Guatemala are poised to cast their votes in what's seen as a critical moment for the nation's future. Manuel Rapalo, Al Jazeera, Guatemala City. A moment for the nation's future. Manuel Rapalo.
Russian President Vladimir Putin and his Iranian counterparts Ebrahim Raisi discussed Iran's BRICS membership. A phone call. This comes ahead of a meet where Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa will discuss possible expansion. World Health Organization is hosting its first ever traditional medicine summit on the sidelines of the G20 Health Ministers meeting in the Indian city of Gandhinagar. The two-day summit seeks to mobilize political commitment. Right, these are from World News Updates. For latest updates, keep watching CVR English. Signed, Sanjna.